Cartoons.
You're watching Established Chernobyl.
Hope that answers your question.
Welcome back to our Mother's Day Week 2023. And we're here for 6 easy recipes for Mother's Day that Mom will love. Well, that's a good wonderful. But anyways, enjoy the video. Action.
To my channel. Today's video is going to be very special because we are celebrating Mother's Day. As many of you know, my mom lives with me, and I love
Mother's
being
Day
able
is
to
a
see
little
her
bit
every day.
easy,
She's one
Jazz
of
and
those loving
Ty.
people that I know, and I wanted to
Still
make her
got the Mother's Day
special for
tradition.
Mother's Day. Now, Mama Mia loves tea. She drinks tea every day, so today we're going to be stepping up our tea game.
Stepping out
and
for the
making all
Mother's
these
Day
delicious
from now
recipes for
on.
fun and
Isn't
fancy
it?
high tea
Fantastic.
platter. That's right. We're making 6 recipes today. Also, a big thank you to Walmart for sponsoring this video. I bought everything that we're using today to make these festive treats.
Walmart's
at
is
Walmart.
proud
It's
sponsor
an
this.
easy and affordable way
Isn't
to
it?
show that you care. Food is
Very
definitely my love
particular.
language. If you'd like to try making these yourself, I'll put a link down below where you can get all of the same ingredients.
Looks
that
how
I
it
used.
is.
I even got this
Very
fun
awesome.
tiered platter. This is also from Walmart. If you've never done high tea before, it's very fun. You put desserts up here on this top layer, and then here I do like baked goods. We're going to do some scones and things, and then on the bottom we're going to do little tea sandwiches. I'm going to set this off to the side, but we're going to be putting all of our treats that we're making today on here. The first recipe that we're making are these berry scones.
Here
They're
they
perfect
coming
spread
for
and
you.
one of my favorite
Still a little bit
recipes. All right,
perfecto,
now without
isn't
further
it?
ado, let's get started.
Woo!
First step to making these scones, we're going to mix together our dry ingredients and some very cold cubed butter in our stand mixer. And a pro tip is to chill the bowl. I actually pop this in the freezer, and you can see it looks a little icy so that the butter won't get too warm when we're
Ooh,
mixing
not
it.
that
This
too
really
far,
helps the
isn't
scones.
it?
So in a big
Well,
bowl,
that's
we're gonna
really
mix together
pure.
flour, sugar,
How did I
baking
know
powder,
this?
little bit of
Very amazing.
and very cold cubed butter. To mix together, I'm using a paddle attachment. I'm gonna lock this puppy, and on a medium speed, we're gonna
I think
mix
might be
together for
going
about
on
5
now.
minutes until the
Says
dough starts to
enormous.
look like coarse meal. And while this is mixing, we're gonna mix together some of our wet ingredients in a medium-sized bowl. We're gonna mix together a little bit of vanilla extract, 1 egg yolk, and
Ooh,
some heavy cream.
some
We're
6
just gonna
easy
whisk this
recipes
together,
you
and
were able
when
to
this is
make.
done, then we'll
Still
add
got
it.
the
This is
amazing
looking good.
tips
It's
you
mixed for about
did.
5 minutes, and now we're gonna add our wet ingredients to our dry while it's mixing on a low speed. So turn
Still
it
a
to the
little bit
lowest speed and then
mixing.
slowly add this. The scone dough is looking good. Now it may appear
Looking
to look
so
a little bit
good.
dry, but you'll know it's
Ooh.
ready. Take your hand, go in here, give it a squeeze, and when it sticks together like this, good to go. And you want it to be a little bit dry because the fruit that we're adding is going to add a little bit more moisture. We're going to add some chopped up strawberries and blueberries. All right, now I'm going to take a big spoon, just kind of mix these together, or you can use your hands. Once you've mixed in all the berries, we're going to pour this out onto the counter and flatten
Woo!
with your hands.
That's a
into
good
disc.
mother for your
Should be
dad.
1 inch thick.
Very
You should see it
untensible.
really come together here. The dough is
Come
looking
together.
good. We're gonna cut out our scones. Now, traditionally, I usually just cut my scones
I
into
still usually
triangles,
got a bother
here,
on
little
that.
pizza wedges. But
Unless
on
they
Mother's
try
Day, I wanted to do
something
something a little bit
different.
I wanted
Get
to make
it?
a fun little bite-sized shaped. So I'm going to be using, it's about a 2-inch cookie
I think
cutter.
it was
It's
a
2
different
1/4.
one.
And again, we're going to be cutting out 8 of them. We're going to cut, push all the way down. Oh, that's nice. And then we're going to transfer it over onto a baking sheet lined with a piece of parchment paper. Gently push this all out. And as you can see, the dough is really sticky, so another pro tip is between
Man,
you can dip
that's
it
a
into a little
hard,
bit of flour
sticky
with these
job on
edges.
that.
Okay, now I said this recipe
can say
made
that
8
again,
scones.
isn't
I got
it?
7 from my disc, so I just
I know about that.
squished together my dough, make an additional scone. Our scones are almost ready to bake.
Oh, the
We're gonna top
scones!
them with a little bit of heavy cream. It's
I
okay if
guess
your
I'm
scones
gonna
are a little
love
bit
this
crummy.
one.
If they get way
That
too
still's
crummy,
gonna
you
be
can
your
pop them in the
favorite thing,
freezer.
too.
Let's brush with a little bit of heavy cream. We're gonna sprinkle with a little bit of sugar, just a little bit on the top, a little sweetness.
Little
Love it.
sweetness.
Now heat your oven to 350 degrees and bake these for about 24 to 26 minutes. Once your scones have baked and had plenty of time to cool, you're gonna put a little icing
that's
on the
easy
top.
to
Now, this
be
icing is very
delicious.
easy to make.
Still
just a little
got
bit
that
of
part,
water
too.
and powdered sugar, and then I put it into a piping bag.
Very
at the end for a little
amazing.
bit more control. And I'm just gonna drizzle some over the top of all of these scones. The scone recipe itself isn't too sweet, so it goes really
not
well
bad,
with the top
isn't
of
it?
fresh fruit.
Well,
And
I
a
have a
glaze
solution
and a
about
sprinkle of
this.
Sugar on the top. And to decorate, you don't have to do
That
a
still's
perfect
a little
present.
bit
It's a messy
scony
zigzag.
idea.
Ta-da! And there you have it, homemade berry scones. I had an extra one, so I could do a little taste test. You know, this is quality control for mom. This is just, I'm doing this out of love for mom.
Well, still very different. But
Oh,
that's
yeah,
really
that's
exactly
love.
the
I love this
delicious,
scone recipe.
tasteable,
It is
goody
delicious.
thing.
It's flaky and buttery and pops
You
the
shall
fruit
do
in
this.
there. Everything I've ever wanted in a scone. The next recipe that we're going to be making are 2 different types of tea sandwiches. They're super easy and they're so cute. The 2 types of finger sandwiches that we're going to be making today, on white bread is going to be a cream cheese cucumber, and on the wheat bread we're going to be making an egg salad sandwich, which is actually the sandwich that I had yesterday for dinner.
that's a lot
But
of
these
the
2 types of sandwiches
bread.
are very typical.
That's
for
a loaf
fancy.
of bread,
These
isn't
over
it?
here, in a small bowl, I've got a little bit of cream cheese.
Still got
and
that
I'm gonna mix in
delicious
a little bit of salt,
part of
a
that.
little bit of pepper, and a little bit of garlic powder. Gonna mix these together. Now I'm gonna open up these sandwiches, put cream cheese on every slice so that our cucumbers will stick in there. We're gonna seal them in there. Next up is the cucumber. Each sandwich gets 9 slices. We're just gonna feather them like this. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and 1. Oh man, I ate one. Okay, don't tell mom, we're missing one. Now put the sandwiches together, boop, boop, like that. Now all the finger sandwiches that I have seen do not
And that's
have crust.
exactly
You gotta make them look
really
cute. So we're gonna
delicious
cut off
on my
all the
tummy.
crust. Look how cute this is.
Very.
Okay, now we're gonna cut it in half, going diagonal. And now we're gonna cut one more time. And that's
Oh.
how we make the cucumber sandwiches.
That's a little
Make
bit
an egg salad
hard.
sandwich. You can make an egg salad at home.
I
from
think I
scratch,
should
but when
do
I was
this.
at Walmart, I was shopping and they already had some. So for this, we're going to be using a wheat bread. I thought that'd be a really yummy pairing. I love wheat bread.
I love
and we're just
this.
going to be spreading
That's
our
a
egg
good
salad
part.
onto our sandwiches. Now, this is a personal preference, how much you want on your sandwich. I like a lot of egg salad. Literally had this sandwich last night for dinner, only I put some alfalfa sprouts on there and some tomato. I have loaded these sandwiches
I have
up. My mom is
literally
gonna
have
know
an
how much I
idea.
love her. Now, for these sandwiches, I'm going to cut them in small rectangles. Again, cutting off that crust first. We've removed the crust, and now we're going to cut into little rectangles, just right down the middle. Ta-da! There you have it. 2 easy and cute finger sandwiches.
That's good
All right, the
for
next
that's
treat that we're
good
gonna
to
be making
eat.
for Mother's Day are these chocolate mousse bites. For this treat, we're going to be using the stove. I'm going to turn this onto a medium heat.
That's
and we are
still
going to
a little
be
bit
heating up
hot.
our heavy cream. Now,
Still
we're
a little
just gonna
bit
be adding
heavy.
half a cup. This is a full cup here, so only half is going to go into here, and save the other half right here. And then in a medium bowl over here, we're going to be adding about half a cup of dark chocolate. Then using a whisk, just going to move the
Man,
cream
that was a
in,
good
so
heart
we'll
at that
burn
time
the
for
heat
your
on medium
taste.
heat. We're going to bring the
Very
cream up to a
amazing.
scald. If you've never done that before, it's basically when bubbles start to form all around the outside of the pot or the
Man,
can,
it's a
not
good
the
old
boil.
dessert
You don't want
thing.
the bubbles in the middle.
This
Heavy
is-
cream
this is
sensitive to
really
temperature.
good.
Keep your eye on it. I do.
I
have
love
some
that.
stirrers so it won't burn. It's ready.
Bam!
Woo! Now we're gonna remove it from the heat. Now pour it on top of the chocolate. Let the cream sit on top of the chocolate for 1 minute, and then with a whisk, we're gonna mix together. Once there's no more chunks of chocolate, you whisk together. It's very smooth. We're gonna add your other half cup of cream.
Wow, that's
powdered
very
sugar,
smooth to
and again,
eat.
I'll be putting all of
Very,
the ingredients and their measurements
very
in the
hard to
description
try.
down below. So if you want to follow along at home and make these recipes,
good
you
idea.
can. And a little bit of vanilla extract. Then once again, whisk together till nice and smooth. This is looking good and smelling good. Now we're gonna pop it in the fridge to chill for about 2 hours. And while it's chilling, we're gonna make cute little sunflower cups. Chocolate mousse is in the fridge, and we're going to be making some candy cups to put our chocolate mousse in.
Candy cups?
It's going to look like a sunflower.
Yum!
My mom
That's
loves
how
it
very
yellow. So we're gonna
amazing!
make a bunch of cute little yellow
You go get it.
flowers. So to do
Isn't
this,
it?
we're going to be using yellow candy melts. This is what they look like. If you've never worked with candy melts before, they come in different colors, and sometimes they even have flavors. These are just vanilla flavored, so it's very simple and plain, and they are yellow for our flour. So what I've done over here is I've heated them up in the microwave, and I placed them into a piping bag. So this is very warm, but it's not too hot. And I'm just going to cut the end. I'm going to pipe a little dollop, about a teaspoon, into these mini paper cupcake liners.
It's very
We're gonna make a bunch of
suspicious.
cute candy cups to look like a flower. We're
Still
just gonna
got a lot of
pipe
flour to add.
Then we're going to take a little brush. We're going to paint up the sides. You're not going to paint up the entire side. You're going to leave these gaps all the way around because you don't want it to look like an actual cup. We want it to look like flower petal leaves. And once you've gone all the way around, just take your brush and make sure the bottom is completely covered.
Ooh,
Just like
how
that.
very
And
remarkable.
once it dries, they dry very quickly. If it
That looks
too thin,
exactly
you can add a
good
little bit more
to
and do a
eat,
second
isn't it?
layer. Just do this to
Great.
the rest of your cups. Once your candy melts have set, this is what they're going to look like, and you're just going to gently pull down the sides of the wrapper. And look how cute that is. Looks just like a
Yay!
little flower.
We're
Now our mousse
good,
is gonna
amazing
chill
for
in
the
fridge.
flower happen.
Here's our mousse. It's looking good. It's very chilly.
Moussey!
We're going to whip together for a couple minutes to be a whipped chocolate mousse.
Oh,
Can mixer is turned into a medium speed. Mix together for a couple minutes until you get some stiff peaks. This whipped ganache is light and fluffy. I scooped a bunch
gosh,
of it
that's chocolate mousse all over
This
it.
is a number 8.
Still a little bit
And we're just
tasting
gonna
to my
pipe
ears.
about a tablespoon.
How do
into
you
each
know
cup.
about
Just
this?
Put a little pressure. We want a little dome. That's the goal. Right after you pipe, take a pinch of chocolate sprinkles and place them on top. This is really gonna make them look like a sunflower.
Yum!
Oh my gosh, they're so cute. Keep doing this to the rest of your treats. And ta-da! There
That's
you have
really
it.
hard to
Adorable
tell.
sunflower
That's a good yummy
chocolate
part of that
These
delicious
are for
treat.
chocolate lovers only. If you
That's
like
still a
chocolate
little bit
mousse like we do in our
going
house,
now.
you may love these. They're just bite size.
Very crunchy icing.
Fun-sized treats are the best. They're so small, you just pop them in your mouth. The next treat that we're going to be making are these apple pie bites. First step to making these apple pie
bites?
Our dough. I'm making
Ooh, that
creamy
sounds a
dough.
little bit
This is in
fun.
the refrigerated section. I'm using crescent roll dough, which you can use.
That
for
sounds
all
like
kinds of
a
things.
croissant.
First thing we do is roll
That's
out
still a
our
little bit
dough
apple
right here on
pies.
your baking sheet. I've lined it with a piece of parchment paper.
Wait. Why is there an apple pie anyways? Still got the little bit
Just roll these
klutzy.
out. They're already pre-cut, and then we're gonna
Still got
arrange
the
them on
cups
tray.
coming
Got
up.
them on the sheet. This is what it's looking like. And now we're gonna mix together our
I'm gonna
spices
cook
over
it.
here. Here I've got some brown sugar. Again, I'll put
Very,
the recipe
very
down
hard
below
to
in the description,
tell.
so if you want to follow along, you can. Some cinnamon, some nutmeg, a little bit of salt. I'm gonna mix together. They smell so good.
Very
Apple pie is my
suspicious, delicious
favorite.
part of that.
It's just classic, and it has a lot of nostalgia.
Wonderful.
Now we're going to put these yummy spices on each piece over the top. Now that these are covered, we're going to take a little bit of vanilla extract and add it to our melted butter. Give it a little swirl. This is mixed and ready to go. Before we add our apples, sprinkle some chopped pecans over the top of the sugar. Last step, super easy. I have some apple
Whoa,
slices.
that's
We're
the
using
last
Granny
step
Smith.
I'm
Those are
talking
my
about.
favorite for making apple pies. And you're
Really
just gonna
hard
dip
to
them in the melted
tell.
butter and vanilla extract. Yummy, yummy, yummy. And you're going to place
That's
it
good yum
at
yums
the
in my
end.
tom
I'm going to
tums.
spin this little tray around to make it a little bit
Very
easier.
good.
Now we're going to roll up our little apple. Here we go. Just try to keep the tension. Doo, doo, doo. There's a bunch of sugar and yummies. Perfect. Then you're going to do this to the rest of your treats. These apple bites are almost ready to bake, but there's one last step. We're going to paint a little bit of
one
melted
last
butter over the
step?
top and
How very
awesome.
awesome that you
Once you've done
are.
this to all of the bites, you're going to heat your
Very,
oven to
very, very
375 and
sensible.
bake for about 10 to 12 minutes or until golden brown. And ta-da! There you have it. Here are the individual, perfectly sized apple
That's
pie
the
bites.
perfect
I really
apple
love these
pie
because
I
you
ever
enjoy
get.
a little piece of apple pie with
You go get it.
utensils. You don't need to cut into it. You don't need to serve it. They're just little finger foods.
Still got the
last treat
finger
that we're
foods
be
gonna
making
taste it
are
and
these
looks really
strawberry
good.
cheesecake bites. First step is we're going to be making a delicious homemade cream cheese frosting. If you've never done it before, it's very easy. We're going to start by creaming our butter in a medium-sized bowl. You want your butter to be at room temperature. You don't want it to be melted.
Man, that's easy hard to tell.
So you want it to sit out at room temperature
That's
so it's
a
nice
good
and soft. We're just going to scoop it into the bowl, and then we're going to mix it up. Now we're going to do the same thing with
I like
cream
mixing.
cheese. And again,
But mixing is just part of that recipe. But I'm a mom.
Also add a little bit
Well, of course. Well, of course you're a mom.
Together until
Thank
creamy
you.
and
Of
smooth.
course
So
it is.
Start low and work your way to medium speed. Also, you can use a spatula to scrape down the sides. Scoop the homemade cream cheese frosting into a piping bag. At the end, the one that I'm using is an 869.
I know about that guy.
And in front of me, I've got a cutting board
that
with
girl.
fresh strawberries. This is really easy to do. We're going to cut
Still
them in
get the
half
cut
this
in
wide
half.
way, like so. And I'm going to cut off the greens so that we can just pop them into our mouths. We can eat the whole thing. We don't need anything to throw away. So have pieces like so. And then you're going to do this to all your strawberries. This treat is seriously so easy. If you are in a hurry for Mother's Day and you just want to make one quick treat, I would suggest this one. All you got to do now is type a little
I know
dollop on
about
top
this.
of each strawberry.
But things
So
a
do
little
one
bit
dollop,
hard.
put a little pressure and then pull away. Boop, boop, boop.
Still
Then
a
you're
little
gonna
bit
sprinkle a
creamy
pinch
in
of
here.
graham cracker crumbs right on top. Then you're gonna do this to the rest of your strawberries. Ta-da! And there you have it, a bunch of strawberry cream cheese bites. These are amazing, and again, these are the fastest, easiest treats that we've made today.
That's
So if you
exactly
are in a
what
rush
it
for Mother's Day
is.
and you just want to make one of those things, these are so good. They may be my favorite. Okay, before I eat all these, I've got to put them on my little tray. I'll be right back. And there you have it. Here are the 6 recipes that we made today for Mother's Day high tea. We've got the chocolate and fruity desserts on the top. We've got pastries in the middle tray. And then finger sandwiches or tea sandwiches on the bottom. This is really fun because I've never done high tea with
That's
my
a good
mom before.
thing.
We've always enjoyed tea together or some baked goods, but now we're officially having a fancy, fun high tea afternoon for Mother's Day. I can't wait to surprise her with this. I really hope you guys enjoyed all the recipes and enjoyed the video.
Well, and that's about it. See you next time.
Oh, it's over. Well, guys, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
Well, that's it, folks. Bye-bye.